Hi everyone, this is Darren with SimNation. Just gonna get squared away. This is of course our annual draft, and it will take me a few minutes just to get through a couple of administrative things and also talk to you about the beginning and the end. So just bear with me while I get some things taken care of real quick, and as soon as I have those, I will definitely start um, getting the draft started itself. That's not what I want to do. So let me get the link out to everyone and then we will get started. Again, apologies for the kind of blank spaces inside this. Normally I have this stuff squared away, but I am kind of dealing with being sick while I do this. So don't want to be in that account, want to be in this account. So, and home. Why does that look different? Because I'm not in studio. So, and again, just be patient. I will be through this probably really quickly. Content, live, copy. Okay, so I think I got all that out. So I'm gonna hold for a second, let a couple people join, and then once they join, I will go ahead and get started. I'm also hopped up on caffeine, Curtis. So, um, and I've been downing mints like crazy. So, you guys, for those of you used to my normal voice, this is not it. This is much deeper than it normally is. So I do apologize if that grates on you a little bit, and I'll try to keep the coughing to a minimum. But we'll give it one more minute and then we'll get started. Actually, let's just get started. So just for transparency, the first two picks have already been made. And we should be able to well straight through this. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit advance, let the video run, and then we can go after that. Okay, we are in. So let's start off kind of with the draft itself. For those of you who are familiar with our league, it's probably the oldest draft day sports pro football league out there. It goes back longer than even me. We have quite a few human coaches. They're online right now. They will be making picks throughout this draft. I will be picking for the CPU. Normally, I will not pick badly for the CPU. I still can potentially because I don't know everything very well. Normally, I pick from my big board. Um, so all these players come from the SNCFL, which is our Draft Day Sports College Football 2026 League. Won't be 2027 in for a little bit because I'm pausing that until I best understand if there were bugs and other things. But let's walk through who I view as the top 10. I have a completely different impression than the CPU does. I have rated as the top person in this draft as Joshua Gore, who's a defensive end from Central Florida. I think he's really the only blue chip in this class. I could be wrong on that though, because there could be another one. But he's a real edge player who's powerful and fast in the same body, with a speed rusher's first step and enough weight to ankle and hold his ground. Coming in at number 2 is Dennis Sutton, who's the safety out of Texas Christian. He's a real safety who runs like a corner, changes direction like a slot man, and tackles like a linebacker. There's no soft spot with him. He is the only knock on him I have is I think he's greedy as fuck. But we'll leave that though. Coming in at number 3, this is a little controversial because I could flip either way on this one, is Raul Veal, the quarterback out of South Dakota State. This is all Smiles quarterback at South Dakota State. He's probably the best passer hill. He's tall, he's durable, he's got a live arm, real accuracy, and has a football brain to work through progressions. Plus, he is highly mobile. And the reason why he beats out Sumner is because he's more mobile than he is. Coming in at number 4 is Max Craddock out of Maryland. He's a defensive end. He's a bull rusher with heavy hands, strong base, and surprising range for a man built to collapse pockets. I think he's the most physically ready defender in this class after Gore. Gore's just in a complete league of his own. Coming in next is our first Michigan person. You're going to notice a run of Michigan people here on the next few picks. Is Rodney Wynn, the tackle out of Michigan. He's a true bookend left tackle with brute strength, firm pass set, and a demeanor coaches build a line around. Only problem with him is he's stiff, meaning he doesn't move well from side to side. Randall Moore is the guard out of Michigan. He's the most dominant run blocker on the draft, a mauler who moves bodies off the ball and finishes plays. And he pass protects far better than most guards with that profile. He has really great work habits. He's kind of dumb. So coming in at number 7 is Kerry Farrington out of Clemson. By the way, Michigan is Stewart's team. He has San Francisco in this league. Kerry Farrington is the cornerback out of Clemson. Matt, who's the coach at Clemson, is one of the best. Long speed and hips that belong in the top 10. A zone corner with a recovery burst to play off and drive on the ball. Only knock on him is he's not a really good tackler at all. Alonzo Hill is the linebacker out of South Dakota State. I know I'm going to get a lot of grief from some people about the fact that there were 2 people from South Dakota State in the top 10. But if you follow GMCFL, which is our FCS league, you'll notice that South Dakota State is kind of a powerhouse. And I do grade these differently than I do our players coming out of SNCFL, but both of these 2 withstood the grading. Hill is a thumping short tackler with unusual speed for his size. He chases plays sideline to sideline and finishes them. His only liability is he's not a great cover linebacker. Number 9 is Ken Alt, a center out of Maryland. He's enormous, tenacious, pivots with power in both phases and never gives ground. His only problem is he does have heavy feet, which means he's not agile. And then coming at number 10 is Michael Passmore. No, I did not make up his name. This is an actual player out of SNCFL. He's a cornerback out of Florida State. Generally elite straight line speed, which travels no matter what else changes. He can erase a deep third by himself. He's slight, easily boarded at the line, which is why he's not higher. I am going to mention the number 11 one because he's important, is Raymond Sumner, the quarterback out of Michigan. He's got the biggest arm in the class, paired with accuracy and high football IQ. He comes out of a blue blood program at Michigan, and he has the clutch reputation to match. His only time that he didn't show up well in college was against Maryland. And even then, he still showed up pretty well most times. My biggest knock on Sumner that keeps him from being in the top 5 is he cannot move, and his endurance dips late, so the pocket has to hold. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with a quarterback that just kind of struggles a little bit. So moving into it, to the draft, the first 2 picks have already been made. So Dallas, which is Templar, has already picked Joshua Gore. I'm going to go ahead and make that pick for them now. So we'll look at that in a second. The number 2 pick is Philadelphia, who is a CPU team. They will pick, I think if I remember correctly, they picked Sumner. I just got to go through. Yeah, they picked Sumner. So we will find Mr. Sumner, make sure I don't pick the wrong guy. By the way, the CPU has a lot higher opinion of the quarterbacks in this draft than I do, but I could be wrong, but I don't think the other ones are good. So now Prince is on the clock, and I'll let him know that. I don't think he's on. I'll look to see if he has a list, and we'll give him a minute or two, and I'll catch everyone up on where we are. It'll be past more if he doesn't jump on. So draft recap. Let's look at Mr. Gore. This is Templar's pick. He's an 85 overall, 76 strength, 69 agility, 55 intelligence, 64 tackling, 78 speed, 45 hands, 70 endurance. More importantly, he has great personality. He's got a good morale. He knows his position extremely well. He will play at 100% of his stats, which is really important when you think about what skill actually does. I don't think that they're going to have a hard time with potentially re-signing him because he doesn't look like he's very big into money. 68, yes, but definitely worth the pick in my eyes. So we'll look at the next guy, which was Raymond Sumner. This was out of Michigan, one of Stewart's quarterbacks. 84 overall, 63 strength, 88 arm, 84 intelligence, 84 accuracy, 55 speed. Again, great personality set around him, 92 quarterback rating. He likes playing close to home, so they may have a chance. Give me a second, Tony. I can tell you who's at number 4. Number 4 is Green Bay, and we may move past that because I'm not sure that Dave's uploaded in a while. Let me see, when was the last time that Dave uploaded? Yeah, so we'll give Prince maybe another minute, and then I will choose for him. And just so everyone knows, I am nerfing players, by the way. We started this trend as I try to get the league back to where it needs to be. I think we're seeing success, but what it means is the days of old where you saw these elite players coming out, you'll see it still, but not quite on the level of what we used to have. Like next year is going to be a hard draft for me, mostly because we have Alger, who I'm pulling in from GS and CFL, who is the running back out of North Dakota State who belongs to Visible Witness. You have Shaka Chung, who's in that draft, and then you have a bunch of other wide receivers and running backs and defensive backs who are really good. This is actually a down year for this draft. This draft class is not one of the better ones, but next year's is going to be hard because it is a superstar class. So we'll see how I want to nerf that. I'm going to go back to the war room. I'm going to go ahead and make this pick. So we'll pick Michael Passmore. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, drop that in, and that puts Green Bay on the clock. I'll check something real quick. What is Dave's last name? Back here. And while we're doing that, we can look at Passmore. Michael Passmore is 84, 77 agility, 56 intelligence, 61 tackling, 91 speed. He's one of the few elites, I think, in this draft. Well, not elite. He's just, I would say, exceptionally speedy. 72 endurance. Again, good character traits. Knows his position well. Over time, could move to a different position if you wanted him to. 234 tackles, 13 interceptions for the Seminoles, who are not quite the power they used to be. He is a little short, but overall is a very, very good pick for this part of the draft. And I have to deal with streamer mode on, so Green Bay is David B. Don't think it is. There we are. That's all. Yeah, David should be around. Let me just hit him up. If he doesn't, then we'll just go with this. He's on, so it is up. Yeah, I think you are going to find some players in this draft that are actually going to be pretty good. Um, there are a couple. I haven't teased them out. The CPU is wrong on a couple of them as well. There were some people who were listed in the fourth round. I think there's even one who's listed as undrafted, who are actually probably going to be top three, a pick in the first 3 rounds. Um, but we'll see. After David will be FedFan, and then after FedFan will be Jacksonville, who is, I should know all these off the top of my head, but my brain's not working very well. So if I remember, Jacksonville's Ross. And then after him will be, we have a lot of human coaches right now. Will be Starfinder, and then MBB Mets, then Udo, then Cotton, Simon, who has Liz Cabra, Bio Eagle, Tony. As you can tell, this will be one of the few drafts where we have a whole run of humans uh, going line after line. Normally, most drafts, there's a huge run of CPUs. And of course, the Steelers will not pick tonight. The Steelers will pick tomorrow, mostly to allow people to be able to get their scouting in between. So I think I've waited long enough. I don't see David in the channel. Let me see if he's online. He looks to be online, but I'm going to go ahead and pick for him. Let me just make sure that the CPU is thinking clearly. Because I should have checked that. Let me look back. Was Green Bay one of the ones that had a list? No, they did not. Okay. So we will go ahead and make the pick, and then I would just deal with the grief afterwards. We're going to pick this, which is, I think, a solid pick regardless. You don't normally pass up on that type of talent. So FedFan is up. See if he had a list. He's around, so I don't need to worry about that. No, Tony, I don't think you can, unfortunately. So FedFan will be up while we wait for him to make his pick since he's around. He has a list, but I'll let him pick. Dennis Sutton is a 94 overall. I think he is the best player in the draft from an overall perspective. 82 agility, 67 strength, 68 intelligence, 87 speed, 82 tackling, 58 hands. Again, solid personality, knows his position very well. 323 tackles, 7 sacks, 7 interceptions at TCU. TCU, of course, is a CPU team. So really solid pick there, well worth the $9 million that they're going to be paying for him. I actually had Sutton. I think Gore is better. Just even though the overall is low, I think Gore's just not the type of defensive end that you're going to bypass. But uh, I'm kind of sad because I was hoping Sutton would drop all the way to Pittsburgh, so I could try to get him to replace my strong safety. But I don't think that's going to happen. And while we wait here, I will take a quick look at something else. The nice thing is I finally have the chat integrated with my actual casting app, which means I don't have to bounce between YouTube on the browser versus trying to read it. I can read it straight into the casting app. Am I looking up that's who I was looking up. Just want to make sure Jacksonville is going to go on CPU. Tony, if you're interested in making a trade, you can make a trade at Jacksonville. Because I should have moved Jacksonville to CPU. Okay, and FedFan is going to take win. So Jacksonville will draft CPU, who is, I think, who you had anyways. So let's go ahead and grab him. Just drop that in the chat. So Jacksonville's up. And they look like they're going to take Hill if they don't get a trade. Hill, draft recap. So FedFan, your Rodney Wynn is an 86 overall, 84 strength, 54 agility, 67 intelligence, 54 speed, 82 pass blocking, 73 run blocking, 73 endurance, 100 at his position. Probably one of the best personalities around. He is greedy, so you're going to have to worry about that when you try to renegotiate his contract. But he's a bookend tackle, which means he's going to play much better than what any of his stats are. In my estimation, he was the best tackle in this draft. And I'll give Tony a second to decide if he wants to, or anyone if they want to go after the number 6 pick. If they don't, then I will go ahead and select, and I think Tony already got to see what that would look like. Which I don't think I would choose Alonzo Hill at Hill. Okay. So we're going to take a quick look at Jacksonville to see what they need. They may go guard. It's too early for free safety. Could go quarterback, but both of the good quarterbacks are off the board. So they're going to go guard. Maybe not. Who's the quarterback? Give me a second. I'm looking offline. Let's see who the quarterback is. Well, quarterback's not optimal. There is a quarterback in this that could pull into the first. Who do you have at quarterback? They have Crowley. He's actually not bad. I wouldn't draft over Crowley. Cornerbacks are good. Linebackers suck. They should actually go linebacker. Defensive ends. Yeah, they're going to go linebacker. Toss up. Do I go Hill or do I go with the other one? I'll go with Hill. So Hill will come off the board. And now this will bring up Starfinder. And we'll take a look at him. Goes up. Can go with that if that's who he wants. Alonzo Hill, the linebacker out of South Dakota State, is at 83 overall, 58 strength, 74 agility, 62 intelligence, 82 speed, 86 tackling, 61 endurance. Endurance is not good. Plus, he's just not a good person. He does have really good skill at his position. And he's an anxious joker with excellent morale. Made 269 tackles, 11 sacks, 5 interceptions for what is really a pretty dominant defense in the GMCFL. So solid pick. No, probably not the best linebacker in the draft, but the CPU values him pretty high. Yeah, I think there was a tackle who was close to win, but I don't think I would call him as good as win. Some of the tackles in this draft have better blocking skill, but are weaker. And given how this league is starting to pan out with the defenses, I don't know that I would want to go with people who are not strong. So for those of you not aware of what I'm talking about, last year we saw a resurgence of defensive ends and defensive tackles sacking the quarterbacks like crazy. Part of that had to do is we increased dramatically the size of all of them. And Starfinder is not on, so I will. He told me he had a list, so it looks like it's Harvey Bowman. We'll go with Harvey just to keep us moving. Up next will be Tampa Bay. This is MBB Mets. He has a list, but he's also on, so I'll give him the chance to pick if he wants to. I think that's going to be a really good pick if that's what he wants. So Harvey Bowman, if I remember correctly, is from Louisiana Monroe. He's one of Skelter's guys, 6'1", 188 pounds, 81 overall. Kind of weak. Agility 77. Intelligence is not as high as other, not as good of a tackle, but he is a pretty good uh, corner. 86 speed, 62 hands. Really good, solid personality. Despite coming out of one of Skelter's programs, he is a zone corner, so he'll get additional points in zone. In 164 tackles, 7 interceptions. Pretty solid pick for that position. And we'll wait to see if he is, and then Udo will be up after him. And then I think I have a run of some of our European coaches that will be drafting off list. So I'll give MBB Mets minnow 2 and see what he wants to do. If not, I'll go with his pick since he had a list. So just talking through the things. So Rickman is an interesting guy for me. I think that he is someone that you can definitely build your defensive backfield around. I'm pretty high on him in general. But he didn't, if I remember correctly, he didn't make my top 10 because I had a concern. I'm trying to remember what my concern with Rickman was. He may have not made my top 32, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, well. It'll come back to me what I had a concern about him with. But generally, I think he's extremely fast. I just think that if I remember correctly with him, he's, I think his strength is okay, his agility, just looking at the notes I made based on my scouting. I think his endurance was one of the big things, and his character were one of the big things that I didn't like about him. So, and waiting to see. I think again we talked about the Michigan guy, Randall Moore. Raul Vega is really good. I'm not sold on Wyatt as a wide receiver. I think that there are others that are better than him. Specifically, Jeffrey Seymour out of Rutgers is a guy I'm pretty high on. I think Jaden Gatewood is probably the best wide receiver in this class, but I could be dead wrong on that one. Another guy to keep an eye on is Justin Moya out of Auburn. That's one of Invisible Witnesses. And then you have one or two other people. So Tampa Bay Seymour. Who the hell is Seymour? Give me a second. I gotta find him. Oh, okay. Sorry. So you're going with Jeffrey Seymour. Okay. And that will bring up Udo, who and we'll take a look at Jeffrey Seymour. Jeffrey Seymour is 88 overall, 89 agility, 67 intelligence, 91 speed, 78 hands, 80 endurance. Pretty good personality, although he's not much of a team player. He is 6'3", 205 pounds, so he's a big receiver. He's also a slot receiver. Had over 2,000 yards at Rutgers, 21 touchdowns. Pretty solid pick, especially in the top 10. Okay, let's take more. Let me get in though. And do that. So this will bring up Cotton. Cotton has a list, if I remember correctly. Let's just see if he's on. I don't think he is. He is. So give him a chance if he wants to change his pick. So now we are going to take a look at Mr. Moore, who is out of Michigan. This is one of Stewart's guys. Randall Moore, 6'4", 300 pounds, out of Michigan, 89 overall, 87 strength, 62 agility, 74 intelligence, 82 pass blocking, 89 run blocking, 75 endurance. Overall, good character. And this is probably one of the best players picked so far, outside of Sutton. So, Udo, you just got yourself a really, really good guard. So, Udo can take a victory lap on that one. So, for $8 million, that is a steal, and that's a guard that you can build a line around. So, definitely, really, Udo should be happy with that pick. I'll give Cotton maybe a minute more, and then I will make the pick for him because he does have a list. Just double check that, make sure. After this pick, well, I'll wait till I get the. I'll wait a little bit before I do the upload. Make sure bills are showing as up. I wish it would do this different. Yeah, his was successful, so. Okay, so if this holds, Cotton is going to get to see whether I am dead wrong on Wyatt or not. And for full transparency, Wyatt is not like George Shank, the quarterback who I have a deep rooted dislike of, um, just because I think he's overrated. But I think Wyatt actually is good, but I just had him going in the second round, if not a little bit later. And of course, I could be wrong. I may have had him higher, and I may just not remember my big board anymore that I did. Let's see, where did I have him? For those of you looking for tackles, a name that you probably should familiar yourself with is Gary Blaze out of Holy Cross. He's a pure pass protector. Knocks on him is, of course, he came out of a very small program at Holy Cross, who I will forever hold a little bit of disdain for because they gave Maryland Mark Duffner, who, while having an electric offense, was probably one of the worst Maryland teams of like the 1990s. So, not that I hold on to anything. So I am going to go ahead and make the pick for Cotton. We're going to go with Wyatt. And Simon did tell me he had a list too, so Bill select. And looks like Simon is going with Raulville. Let me see if Simon's on. I'll give him a chance if he is. He's not, so. Go ahead and draft him. So he's off the board. This brings up Cabra. I'm not sure if Brian he is up. Like, take a look at these two guys real quick. Mr. Wyatt is a 5'11", 185-pound wide receiver, and actually made a complete fool of me. I was dead wrong on him. He is small, 185 pounds, 83 overall, not very strong. 84 agility, 68 intelligence, 87 speed, 81 hands, 43 run blocking. You could move him to tight end if you wanted to. 80 endurance, good personality, really good knowledge of his position. No, nothing. He is a whining baller, so you'll want to keep an eye on that. But that is a solid pick from Cotton. Mr. Veal is 87 overall, 83 arm, 83 intelligence, 82 accuracy, 74 speed, 61 agility, 44 strength, 26 hands. He knows his position extremely well, and he is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he has a list him, but I think he is a dual threat. But you see here he threw for over 15,000 yards and 141 touchdowns, so he definitely can throw the ball. That's a pretty solid pick if you're trying to build a future quarterback. He may not start in year one. You may want to have a placeholder for him, but by year two, year three, he probably is going to be in the mix as the starter. And we'll get to number 15, and then I will um, kind of thinking I might try to get Pittsburgh to move up. Stephen Moore, wide receiver. Okay. There he is. The one out of Western Michigan. So I'll just go over top, Control C. Let's see if Bio's around. He is. He has a list, so I can go with him if he wants to. I'll just give him a chance. If that holds, it's not a bad pick. I think he's actually a pretty good corner. So Mr. Moore is a 87 overall, 54 strength, 6 foot, 185 pounds out of Western Michigan, 81 agility, 67 intelligence, 87 speed, 78 hands, 90 endurance. Knows position very well. Not a leader or team player, but everything else looks fine. And he's a workout fanatic, which just means the physical skills are gonna just be that much better. That's a solid pick, especially at number 12. So that's a good wide receiver. And he's gonna take Craddock. Defensive end. Where's Craddock? Make sure I don't pick the wrong guy. Draft Max Craddock. That will bring up Tony. So Tony is now on the clock. I'm pretty sure Tony's board has been completely decimated. Which is a good thing about having won the championship last year is I don't have to worry about picking on day one. I can wait till day two. It's fine. You have time, dude. So we're gonna look at Craddock. Craddock, of course, is out of Maryland, 83 overall, 71 strength, 68 agility, 60 intelligence, 67 tackling, 73 speed, 77 endurance. Is a complete douchebag of a character, which I can say that because I'm the coach at Maryland. But a really good bull rusher, a depressed rascal. I don't even want to think about what that means, but he is a really good bull rusher. So that is a solid pick, especially when you are playing against Cincinnati, which is Starfinder, or Baltimore, who is an abnormally hard CPU team, and Pittsburgh, which of course is my team. So just curious, who do you think is the best draft pick so far after Sutton and probably Moore? Let's see, who else can we talk about that I'm gonna look at my big board real quick and see who's still on it. So far the big board is all of the top 8 have been picked. Kennalt was number 9 at center out of Maryland, who was a enormous, tenacious pivot who wins with power in both phases and never gives ground. Worries about his instincts. Sumner's gone, Passmore's gone, Moore's gone, Bowman's gone. Next up was Christopher Grimm, a defensive end out of Virginia Tech. Long, thick body bull rusher who converts speed to power and holds up against the run on early downs. His work habits and temperament are some concerns. You had the tackles from San Jose State, John Finley, powerful, well-scored tackle with a strong punch and professional's approach to preparation, limited athletically in space. Probably not a left tackle, he's probably more of a right tackle. Then you had Star Jensen, who's the first defensive tackle. He's out of Pittsburgh. Immovable interior ankle, whose strength lets him occupy 2 blockers and keep his linebackers clean. He offers no pass rush and processes slowly, so he is a first and second down specialist at best. Then you have the linebacker out of Maryland, Joseph McCloskey. Fast, physical, off-ball linebacker with a tank of a motor who's still flying around in the fourth quarter. He's also a natural captain, the kind of voice you want setting the tone, though he'll want to be paid like one. And then rounding out the top 20 would be Alexander Madden, the tackle out of Arizona, who's a mountainous right tackle who's a devastating run blocker and buries defenders in the ground game. He's below average athlete with poor hands as a catcher of anything, so he is a phone booth player, but an excellent one. And then Stephen Lind, who's the running back out of Clemson, explosive, tireless small back with excellent long speed and outstanding conditioning. The work ethic is the worst in the top 100, and he cannot block. A boom or bust flyer. So, see who Tony's taking. Guard McVew. It's a really bad sign when you don't even know the kid's first name and you're drafting him, Tony. But let's go ahead and go with him. I have mixed opinions on him, but he actually may be a really good player. Let me find him real quick. He's out of Colorado State, I think. Forest View. That's a name. So we'll go ahead and draft him. I think Soa has been trying to move his pick, and I don't think he's been able to. So I'll give him a moment to either pick or stay. Oh, excuse me, sorry. 84 overall, 84 strength, 55 agility, 55 intelligence, 59 speed, and 70s, high 70s in pass blocking and run blocking. He's a development project, but that's not bad. 6'3", 297 pounds. He'll actually be above 300 after I run the enhancer, but he's an athletic blocker and fierce competitor, so that's going to mean that he's going to grow faster and play much stronger than he actually is. It is funny, though, that he's a sanctimonious bully because no one likes getting bullied by a guy who's sanctimonious. So, not a bad pickup, though. And he's going to go, Soa's going to go with McCloskey. Despite his lack of stats, was actually one of my favorite people at Maryland as a linebacker. 21-year-old, 6'2", 223 pounds. Again, won't be 223. He will receive about 40 pounds of weight once the draft is done, so he'll come in around 263. Stewart is up now. And Stewart's not on, so I'll just put it in there anyways. I think he had a list too. Yes, he did. I hope that's not who he wants though. McCloskey is an 83 overall, 61 strength, 74 agility, 60 intelligence, 82 tackling, 79 speed. 96 endurance. Personality is not great. He's a pretty good middle linebacker. Excellent, energetic, egotist. Uh, may have been off a little bit with his speed, unfortunately. Um, and then after Stewart, I am going to take a quick upload break also so I can try to put some liquid in me. Just see real quick, who do we have on the back end? Oh, actually, Tony has more than one pick. I didn't realize that. He has been, as has your guard and tackle, any position you need. So just so everyone is, okay, we're gonna go with his list then. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Actually, I'll show you this before I go there. Draft recap is Jonathan Arnold, who's an 83 overall. He's out of Louisiana Lafayette. 83 overall, 54 strength, 63 agility, 69 arm, 90 intelligence, 88 accuracy. He is a short West Coast passer at best. 76 endurance, good personality. Going to have to really work on his arm. But if you are going to throw short, he is actually a pretty good quarterback for that. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it though. I am going to do this real quick. Publish upload. Just so that way, if anything happens, we don't lose the first part of the draft. I wonder what I had for him. I'll have to look it up in my notes. I don't even know at this point in day 2 I'm going to be picking. So most of the players I actually like are off the board. There is one player who I may look at free safety, but just bear with me while I do this. I forgot to turn off updating all the player files, which I seem to do every year. Um, so who who do you think has had the best picks so far? Would you say it was Sutton? Would you say it was Moore? Would you say it was the wide receiver out of Rutgers? Who would be the other Moore, I think? I think we have two Moores that have been drafted. Seymour, sorry, not Moore. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I think Moore, Gore, and Sutton are my three favorites so far. Um, okay, so let's go back into the draft. Everything's on CPU. I shouldn't have that problem. Okay. Uh, just give me a second. I have to look and see what they actually need. Ravens. let someone else pick for the Ravens. They're stacked from what I remember. They actually need a tight end, but it's too early in the day for a tight end. They do need a wide receiver. Yeah, they need a wide receiver pretty bad. They're going to go with Gatewood. So, and I'll bring up the Saints. The Saints don't have a huge amount of needs. Great CPU team if anybody wants to take them. They just need a human that can actually balance the crazy of the CPU. Although a lot of the coaches in this league, I think, have PTSD from the CPU this season, with how hard it played. They don't really have a need. We got a decent quarterback in Howell. They got Sparks as the backup. The running backs are all solid. They definitely don't need a center. They have those. The wide receivers could be better, but I don't think they're going to find a better wide receiver than what they've got. Linebacker. They don't need enough free safety. They got like 3 of them. Although Rickman would be an upgrade over any of those 3 probably. No. The line is really bad. So we are going to choose Baez out of Navy. They have a lot of defensive tackles, but they're not very good defensive tackles. So this brings us to Mr. Curtis. And I will catch us up on where we are now. Draft recap. So Mr. Jaden Gatewood is 84 overall, 76 agility, 49 intelligence, 82 speed, 86 hands, 91 endurance. So he can stay on the field pretty much all day. He's actually going to probably be more of an internal wide receiver. But solid pick there for the Ravens, who are starting to deal with age issues. Baez is a defensive tackle out of Navy, 75 overall, 80 strength, 60 agility, 56 intelligence, 60 speed, 56 tackling, 70 endurance. Not a bad defensive tackle, but probably not one of the better ones. His morale is going to be a problem for New Orleans, but they should be able to fix that relatively quickly. They do need depth at their position, though. And then after that, we have CPU, we have Bama, we have CPU, we have V-Gorilla, Invisible, CPU, Kasoa, Tony, CPU, 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 CPU. Kind of shows that this last season the CPU was kind of beating up on people left, right, and center. Although, candidly, the New York Giants were DWK until yesterday, and DWK's taken a little bit of a break from the league to focus on some things, and hopefully those go well. Probably one of the best coaches I've ever had in the league, and was really proud to see what he did with New York because he completely turned them around. So if you're listening, DWK, you're definitely going to be missed by all of us. So, and hopefully you'll be back soon. James Delgado, defensive tackle. He's out of Auburn. This is one of Invisible Witnesses crew. You'll have to wait 1 second to see him while I look at Kansas City real quick, who's another stacked team, if I'm not mistaken. This is the problem with letting me draft for the CPU. Again, need a tight end. Man, their receivers are horrible. They're going to choose a wide receiver. They will go with Lester O'Brien. And let me go back, put Bama on the clock. I think he has a list. Excuse me. Let's see, draft. James Delgado is who we were talking. Defensive tackle, 87 strength, 44 agility, 44 intelligence, 62 tackling, 56 speed, 71 endurance, really good character, got good skill, and is a nose tackle. And he is 308 pounds. He may see a slight adjustment where he may go up to 328. So Lester O'Brien out of Kansas City, 84 wide receiver, 87 agility, 85 speed, 82 hands, 77 endurance. Not the best person in the world. He's a workout fanatic, so he will play much more physical. He's 6'4", 205 pounds out of Stanford. Excuse me. And I think we're good. A lot of people would like to go up to 328 until they realize that their playing career is not going to last very long. Let me see if he's on. I don't think he is. We're going to go and pick. He has a list. Mostly because I'm not sure how much longer my voice is going to hold. So, Seattle is going to take a look at them real quick. Hate how the CPU over drafts everything, but what they actually need. Toss up. They don't need a free safety. That's the problem. I go with Stein. No, they're not. They do need a strong safety or linebacker. Trying to determine who's the better pick. We'll go with Hedges. Okay. And I apologize for the coughing. So V Gorilla's up. I know he has a list, but I'll see if he's on by chance. He's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Hill, and then I'm gonna go back and look at it because I think Invisible's up now. I don't think Invisible's on. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Go ahead and pick V Gorilla. I'll back it out. I know I can do that. Guys, just give me 1 second while I drop back. I apologize. Don't think it's gonna do that, but let me do this. Hopefully the stream is still live. Give me a second while I take care of this. Can you guys see that? Yes. Oh well, who cares? Um, okay, so give me 1 second. I just have to go back real quick. I'll need to look at these guys because I already picked them. This was down Baez. Delgado. Lester O'Brien. Tennessee was Craig Walton. Seattle was Hugh Hedges. And now LA is Joe Zarate, offensive tackle, Michigan. This dude. And that brings up Invisible. Okay, so we'll go backwards really quick and pick up the people. And again, V Gorilla, my apologies. Thank you for correcting me. It's actually one of the reasons why I do save. I think we talked about Baez, we talked about Delgado, we talked about O'Brien. We did not talk about Craig Walton. Is 6'5", 311 out of Clemson, 89 strength, 38 agility, 51 intelligence, 62 tackling, 40 speed, 72 endurance. Little bit slow, but he's a brick. And he is a nose tackle, which means that he's going to fill that space really well. Seattle picked up Hugh Hedges, who's the linebacker. Not a great linebacker, actually. I probably had him higher than I thought I did. So 76 speed. He will grow into a decent linebacker, but it's going to take a couple years. And then V Gorilla, your pick, Joe Zarata, is 82 overall, 74 strengths, 54 intelligence, 54 speed, 83 pass blocking, 74 run blocking, 79 endurance, really good skills. He is a complete and utter a-hole, but that's kind of what you want in a lineman anyways. High, gifted outcast, 198 pancakes at Michigan on the opposite side, of course, of win. So we'll wait to see if we'll wait to see if Invisible jumps on. If not, then I'll pick. No way. And guys, there's no way I can do 2 rounds. Unless you're going to be okay with me coughing every 2 or 3 minutes. And at that point, my wife's probably going to come in and hit me over the head with the mic. So, give Invisible 1 more minute, see if he's around. I don't think he is, though. Did Invisible have a board? No, he didn't. I mean, I don't think he's going to be unhappy with who he's going to get, but wait. I do not love the cough. I hate the cough. I've been dealing with it too long now. I forgot that you work around the cough. So far, I think it's interesting that we have yet to see a running back go. We have not really seen potentially the top two free safeties go. We haven't seen a center go, but that's not abnormal. And we've seen three cornerbacks go. Quarterbacks, sorry, not cornerbacks. So it'll be interesting to see what else we see. I'm going to go ahead and pick for invisible. So he'll get Rickman. I forgot to log that. Carolina. Rickman. This brings up Minnesota, who was one of the evil CPU teams this year. They don't have much need from what I remember of them. They kind of need a linebacker, but they don't need a quarterback. They have like 20 of them. Linebacker, they'll go with. Who was off my big board? Had Hedges, that was a bust. Makes me wonder if I got the linebackers right or not. Schumacher out of Oklahoma State. I'm just going to let them go with the next best. So they'll go with, make sure I'm not missing somebody. I'm not. They'll draft Ned Paz. Don't do what? I have a suspicion that I may have sussed out Tony's pick. So it'll be Soa's up now. So, go back. Let's look and see what we have here. So Mr. Rickman is 6'2", 188 pounds, 91 overall, 80 agility, 68 tackling, 91 speed, 74 hands, 82 endurance, 98 overall. He's out of Oklahoma State. It's one of Skelter's teams that chronically underperforms, and he is an absolute friggin' beast at that position. Minnesota Vikings picked Ned Paz, linebacker, 74 speed, 83 tackling. It's okay, not great. Not a great pick. Also, you're dealing with low morale. That one's a bust. But yeah, Rickman is legit. James Schumacher. So he is the linebacker out of Oklahoma State. Let's clear this board. Mr. Schumacher. So Indy is up now. James Schumacher is an 81 overall, 65 strength, 75 agility, 48 intelligence. That's going to hurt as a linebacker. 80 speed, 85 tackling, 83 endurance, 88 linebacker. Good personality, enthusiastic athlete. Had a decent career at Oklahoma State. If you are in the market for linebackers, I would say that based on my estimation, there's still maybe one or two good linebackers in this first round you can grab. I think the person that most people, if you're really looking to try to nab a linebacker, although I think he's more of a coverage linebacker than he is a straight up the middle, would probably be, what was that dude's name? And this is kind of one of the guys I was talking about earlier that his CPU does not like him, is Nathan Pickett, uh, the linebacker out of Louisiana Monroe. He's small, short. He'll go up to 247 in his weight, but he's a good coverage linebacker in my estimation. I don't think he's a get in the middle type dude. Other people to keep an eye on that are still on the board is I mentioned Christopher Grimm earlier. Grimm is someone I'm high on out of Virginia Tech, but other defensive ends that I think are still out there that will be decent will be, I think he's still on the board, is Camacho out of Clemson. Uh, is he still on the board or was he already picked? Yeah, he's right. He's still on the board. Um, which board do you want to see, the whole board? I mean, to me, you have Ken Alt, who's a probably a first year starting center, may not start like in the first game. You have did not get picked, or did I miss that somehow? Be ticked if I made that mistake. You have Kerry Farrington, who a little bit shocked he's ill. Um, you have Justin Moya, who I think is decent. Running back wise, Hagan is a pretty good running back, but I'm not sure if he's on the same level as some of the other ones. Um, who else is worth talking about? You have Donald out of Maryland, who's the free safety, who's actually pretty good. A little bit older though. Um, gonna go for Lane. Lane is Dedrick Lane, the wide receiver, 6'3", 199 pounds. Probably carries all the scars of having been coached by Skeltor. Um, the Rams are up. Take a look here. They're probably going to pick Farrington because I think they need cornerback help from what I remember. There was Mr. Lane, 85 overall, 82 agility, 65 intelligence, 84 speed, 83 hands. A pretty good personality, knows his position well. Nothing really great about him, but nothing really bad about him either. Um, Definitely a back end pick for the back end of the first round. Sorry, not a back end pick. Um, yeah, they need a lot of help though, so they will go Farrington. So the Rams will select Farrington. New York is now on CPU, so they will pick. Just they need a quarterback as a backup, but this is probably not the draft to get that. They've got decent. They need help at wide receiver. Their defense is pretty good from what I remember of it. I just don't think that there's a good quarterback right now. Oh boy. They really need a wide receiver. Especially with the quarterback they do have, who's actually really good. They will go with this dude. So they'll draft T.O. Gordon, wide receiver out of Ohio State. And we're going to do Oakland now. Oakland will probably still doing well under the ghost of Petal. They're still decent at wide receiver. General, they're decent. They do need a free safety though. I'll go with Boone. And this will be the last pick of this round for Atlanta because I can't go, so that way we can run scouting. Atlanta is a stacked team. If you want to join our league, this is the team to get them. As a CPU team, they made it all the way to the championship game because of how stacked they are. The wide receivers are good. They don't really need a center. They've got 10 million of them. And arguably probably the best center in the game. Well, one of them, at least. They could use a tackle. Could also use a strong safety as a backup. They can just pretty much pick whoever they want at this point. I don't think they need a running back because I think they have Reed, if I remember correctly. And also Schroeder as a backup. This is one of those few teams that just has so much depth, it's hard to pick for them. I don't want to pick all. They already have 3 centers. I'm going to go McDaniel. And we will cut it here because of the fact that scouting has to go through. So I'm going to quickly go through the last few picks since I powered through those. So I think I showed Dedrick Lane. Did I not? Let's show it again real quick. Decent wide receiver. Yes, we did. I remember him now. Kerry Farrington, the quarterback out of Clemson, 86 overall, 84 agility, 88 speed, 56 hands, 53 tackling. He is a really good cornerback that you can build off of. He's also a zone corner. We have T.O. Gordon, the wide receiver out of Ohio State, 6'2", 83 agility, 82 speed, 81 hands, 87 endurance. I will probably say that all the good wide receivers may be off the board now, minus 1 or 2 sleeper picks. Oakland picked Darnell Boone, 74 agility, 64 intelligence, 72 really good speed. This is a solid pick out of Louisiana Monroe at free safety. You have Jose McDaniel. It's an okay pick. It's not a great pick. This is actually he's gonna need time to grow. Which the good news is in Atlanta, he'll have a lot of time to grow. So thank you all for bearing with me through this. I do apologize for the cough. If you're in WWPF, I'm gonna export now, and what will happen is scouting will run tomorrow. It's the reason why I'm not making the last pick is to allow scouting to happen. So go ahead and get your scouting in, upload it. We will do a list. Depending on how I feel, I may run live the second round just to show you what the picks are. But we'll see how I feel. But again, thank you for all the support for this channel. Thank you for all the commitment to the league. And thank you all for joining me today during a period where I probably was coughing a lot more than I wanted to. And I do appreciate you all being here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and log off and probably go get some coffee or tea and just throw a little bit of honey in there and try to lose the cough. But I do appreciate all of you. And this was a pretty good draft. In the comments, drop who you think was the best pick outside of the purely obvious one that was Sutton and Moore and Seymour. But I think that Farrington is one of the ones that may be up there, especially where you think that he was. He definitely dropped. And then of the two quarterbacks, which one do you think is gonna, well, of the three quarterbacks drafted, which one do you think is gonna make the most impact in year one? Do you think it's Sumner? Do you think it's Veal, or do you think it's Arnold? Uh, Good news for Arnold is he probably went to the best coach for him, because Stewart can figure out how to run that West Coast offense. But for Sumner and Veal, I think that they both went to teams that can actually use them. So that's it for now. Have a great night, and I will talk to you all later.